Recently, I put together a blue Les Paul shaped Telecaster body, and I installed a Seymour Duncan Hades Gate Humbucker bridge pickup. It's a really cool looking pickup, and it sounds pretty good. It's a great pickup, but it's not really what I wanted for this guitar. I wanted something with a hell of a lot of punch. And there's nothing out there like the Seymour Duncan Invader pickup. I'm leaving the wiring the same, and that's basically switch position 3, which is all the way forward, is just traditional standard 2-conductor humbucker sound. Switch position 2 in the middle gives you a quasi single coil tone, but it retains the hum canceling feature. Switch position 1 splits the humbucker in half, and it shunts one coil to ground, leaving the other coil engaged like a true single coil pickup, and the hums canceling feature is turned off. The other change I wanted to make in this build was I had recently ended up with a Fender US made Tele neck with the rosewood being put into a channel that is cut out into the maple neck. It's a really expensive neck, but no matter what Telecaster build that I put it on, it just didn't look right. It's something about it is kind of sacrilegious to a Telecaster. In this case, I think that it might work because this guitar begins with not really looking like a Telecaster, and it looks more like a Gibson. So my hope is that putting it on this guitar, it would make the guitar look like the binding that you find on a Gibson. On a Telecaster, it's just, like I said, a difficult pill to swallow with this neck, and it just never looked right. The reason I think is a Gibson Les Paul Special has binding on the neck, and it works. I mean, it's just what people expect. Matter of fact, if it's not there, people get all bitchy about it. This guitar is a hybrid cross between a Gibson Les Paul Jr. and a Telecaster, but I'm okay with stretching and adding a little special flavor to the mix. What I mean by that is I know that the Gibson Les Paul Jr. doesn't have binding, but in this case, I'm kind of just, like I said, stretching a little bit. The neck I'm adding is unusual. It has what's called a compound radius. It's where the neck has a C shape, but for the radius at like fret 1, it's at a 9.5-inch radius, but by the time you get to the upper frets, it's a 14-inch radius. In the end, I'll have to see how it plays when installed. After installing the new pickup and neck, I stand back and I look over my work, and I find that I really like the end result. The guitar wears the channel bound, kind of binding looking neck much better than a traditional Telecaster does or would. It just works. Also, the white Invader pickup just looks effing mean and works with a white pickguard. I think all the changes are good from an aesthetic perspective. Now I need to see how she plays and how she sounds. If she's a mean garage rock and roll machine that plays easily and screams loud behind some sort of an overdrive or fuzz pedal,